Happy Sunday. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Trey Sense, and it is time for our weekly fragrance review. For those of you who are stopping by the channel for the first time, it's something that I do at least once a week, and that's where I simply go back and review the fragrances. I'll tell you about the fragrances that I've worn from Sunday through Saturday. And since today is Sunday for you, well, Sunday morning for me, as it's late. But really Saturday night, early Sunday morning, we have a new week. So I get an opportunity to tell you what I wore. Starting with Sunday, which is May the 14th. My fragrance Sunday was, let me get my stuff situated here. I went with an oldie, but a goodie, and it smelled really, really good. Didn't get any compliments, but that's okay. But nonetheless, I enjoyed this fragrance. I picked this up really, really cheap. Got it on clearance at Marshall's. I had several bottles of this at one time because I was picking it up everywhere that I saw it in the clearance bin. And it is from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, and it is none other than F Black. This is a full bottle. I may have worn this one time out of this bottle because, again, I had several bottles. The first one that I actually found was a small 1 ounce bottle, and I was happy to find it, and I found it at Burke's Outlet. Again, I found this one at Marshall's. I want to say it may have been even a part of a gift set. This was 100 mils, and I think I paid like $18 for it. Lovely, lovely scent. Sweet, spicy, very grown man. Nice fragrance, easy to wear, good longevity, good projection, everything that you need in a fragrance. More so a winter scent or maybe an early fall. Not necessarily one that you would reach for a lot in the summer, but I felt like wearing it, so I did. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, F Black. That's what I wore Sunday. Sunday, and Sunday was the day that I had to go to work, and that was my work scent of the day. Which brings us to Monday. Monday was different because it was a rare off day for me. And again, I wanted to wear something a little bit different. I had to go to the doctor, so I just took off because my doctor's an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So, well, about an hour and a half away. So I went with the fragrance that, to me, doesn't get a lot of love. I like this fragrance. I sprayed it on at 10 o'clock that morning, 10:30. I think I left at 10:30 in the morning. And it was still pumping. I know at least 9:30 that night when I got home, it was still moving. And it is from the house of Burberry. So what do you think it is? What do you think it is? From the house of Burberry. It is Burberry's Weekend. I have 2 bottles of this. I have this clear bottle and I have an older frosted bottle, but nonetheless, great smelling fragrance. You get a little bit of citrus up top. I don't pick up on a lot of citrus, but it is there. But what I get from this fragrance, in my opinion, I pick up on a little bit of Burberry touch DNA in there. But to me, this is just a very nice, sexy, warm, inviting type of fragrance. Weekend kind of makes you think relaxing, casual, nonchalant. It is a very casual fragrance, but I do think it's a very good smelling fragrance. I enjoyed it. Projection was good on me. Longevity was good on me. I smelled it all day. Didn't have to reapply it, anything like that. From the house of Burberry, it is Burberry Weekend. Great little fragrance. Again, sexy, warm, inviting, masculine. Kind of in the same wheelhouse as Burberry Touch, but it's a little bit deeper than Touch. Think of it like this. Think of Burberry Touch having an EDP. To me, that's what you get with Weekend. Not that that's a parfum concentration, because it's not. But you know, you get, again, some of the DNA from Burberry Touch, but a little bit deeper. And that's what I wore Monday, which would have been the 15th. Tuesday, the 16th. Seemed like the weather was a little bit rainy Tuesday, but again, I just wanted to reach off in my collection and pull out something that I just hadn't worn in a while. From the house of Davidoff. This is a good one. It is Run Wild. Every time I wear this fragrance, I get compliments. I do. I just do. And it's a good smelling fragrance. Is it the reinvention of the wheel? No, it is not. It's in the line of something from Invictus. It's got that same blue and Broxany type of smell. Kind of odd though that it's a green juice and it's called Run Wild, but nonetheless, it's a crowd-pleasing, mass-appealing fragrance with good longevity and good performance. Walked into work with this on, several compliments. What are you wearing? That smells good. A customer was checking out and I walked by as she was checking out and went to my register. And it's a few feet between us. She looked at the bag boy and was like, "Is that you that's smelling right?" Her words were, "Somebody's smelling right. Is that you that got on that smell right?" And he was like, "No." And everybody goes, "It's probably him." And I'm like, "Yeah, it was me." And it was Davidoff Run Wild. And that was the third compliment that I had gotten. Later, one of my managers walked by and was like, "Trey, what you got on?" And I was like, "Run Wild by Davidoff." I said, "It must smell good." He goes, "Yeah, it's a little strong for my liking." And of course, I responded with an asshole comment, "You strong for my liking." But nonetheless, Davidoff Run Wild puts you in the mind of something from the line of Invictus. It's that kind of vibe, that kind of energy, but it does smell good. If you see this in a bargain bin somewhere, pick it up. It's not the most popular fragrance, not the most talked about fragrance, but it does smell really, really good. And every time I wear this, I get a compliment. Some compliments, some comments, but nonetheless, I'll take them both. Because if you can't, I don't know why I feel like I need my pen in my hand. That was Tuesday. Brings us to Wednesday, the 17th. Seems like it was supposed to rain. Maybe it did rain. I just wanted to go with something different, and I went with something from the house of Dunhill, and it is Dunhill's London. This is a good smelling fragrance. Really, really sweet. A little bit more than a Dumb Reach. Kind of typical cologne type of scent. Kind of got a frat boy type of vibe. You know, something that you would expect from Hollister or Aeropostale or something like that. Good smelling fragrance. Did what it was supposed to do. Got me through my shift. It wasn't anything groundbreaking. Didn't receive any compliments or any crazy reactions or anything like that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the way that it smelled on me, and I liked it, and that's all that mattered. And you know, it's just one I got to pull out my collection and wear. The collection is pretty deep. Not everything I have is high quality or niche or anything like that, but I do like to enjoy all of my fragrances, and doing videos like this definitely give me a chance to do that. But Dunhill London, and I think I got this in a gift set. I remember picking it up from Burke's Outlet, but I got it from the Burke's in Russellville and was happy to see it there. But again, and you see the levels on it, so you can tell I wear it. But just a good, clean cologne type of scent. A little bit more than a shower gel. Kind of sweet, kind of woody. You know, just an easy to wear fragrance. I mean, that's just what this is. Easy to wear, mass appealing, non-dressy, t-shirt, sweats, t-shirt, blue jeans, or just, you know, lay around the house, lounge type of scent. But this was my scent of the day for Wednesday. And I enjoyed it. Which brings us to Thursday. Thursday was a bit of a shock, pun intended, as I continued to reach off into my fragrances, my fragrance collection, and pull out fragrances that I haven't worn a lot of. From the house of Calvin Klein. I told you it was a shock, CK shock. This may be the first time I've worn this fragrance. I've sampled it a couple of times. I've had it a few years in my collection, and I just wasn't that big of a fan of it. It is a great entry-level tobacco fragrance. Sweet, fizzy tobacco is what this smells like. Thursday's the day I go to the barbershop and get my hair cut right before I go to work, get cleaned up, lined up, and all of that. Walked into work, and instantly, there goes the conversation. And I'm shocked. There it is again. I was shocked. I mean, I was literally shocked. Young lady was like, "Trey, whatever you got on today, that smells good. I smell you all the way over here. And I was just like, okay. Another young lady that I was actually working beside was like, man, what is that cologne you got on? And of course, I never tell. Never tell. Leave it on their mind. Don't ever tell. Make them think about it. So I was like, okay, what you think it is? And of course, she's calling out. And it's so funny when people do this to me. They start calling out expensive colognes. Is that another 13? Which is a bow. I know it ain't Baccarat Rouge, and I'm thinking I would not wear either one of those to work. Those are too expensive to wear to work, so no. But the fragrance that I had on was Calvin Klein's CK Shock, and it did what it was supposed to do. It did what it was supposed to do. The ladies liked it. It lasted well throughout my shift. Sweet tobacco. Now, is this on the level of red tobacco or, you know, tobacco fragrances like that? No, it's not. It's not that level of tobacco, but it's not that intense either. But I will say I've gotten more compliments for this because red tobacco is not a fragrance that gets me a lot of compliments. It's not. It's one I absolutely love to wear. I love to wear it in the fall and the winter when it first starts to turn cold and I got on a nice hoodie or a sweater. Love wearing my red tobacco. Or some of my other tobacco fragrances like perfume, something from Perfumes to Molly. What is that? Harry. Love it. But nonetheless, shocked that this started the conversations that it did. From the house of Calvin Klein, it is CK Shock. The ladies loved it. I mean, I don't know what else to say. And that was Thursday, the 18th, which brings us to Friday. From the house of, and I'm teetering with ordering a bottle of this. Okay, from the house of Galleria, which is Ashton from Gent Scent's house that they started and then completely just, you know, I think Ashton pulled the plug on it, but from what I understand, there's still some fragrances left, very few. Dreamwood and my boy Lamar, let me get this right, Lamar Gatson, because he got on to me. I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna have to booger him up. And he doesn't live in St. Louis, he lives in Kansas City. So you got that right, Lamar, so you can chill out. It's Dreamwood, and I wore this to work Friday. I had to work a rare Friday, but I worked day shift, I didn't have to close. And this fragrance off the nozzle, off the atomizer of my little sample, it comes off really, really sweet. But when you put it on your skin and you apply it on your skin, it reminds me of two fragrances from the house of Prada combined, is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Prada Black and Prada L'Homme Intense. If they had a child, then this is what it would be. Dreamwood. Very, to me, it comes off as sweet, powdery, irisy. Very nice fragrance. Didn't particularly like the longevity of it. It could have been I went nose blind to it, I'm not sure, but it wasn't the best fragrance as far as longevity goes. But nonetheless, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy wearing it. I've got the link to the website. I think they're on sale right now for $55 or $65 for 100 ml full presentation. But nonetheless, it was a great smelling fragrance. And I think, yeah, I would love to get it because when supplies are gone, I'm sure that's it. Not gonna be able to get any more of it, but nonetheless, good smelling fragrance. Dreamwood by Galleria. Or Ashton from Gent Scents. I can't remember which day it was. One of the days of the week, because I did not write this down. We'll just say Thursday. We'll give it Thursday. We'll just say Thursday. So let me back up. I wore this, CKO. Remember I picked this up last week just to sample it, try it, just to get a feel for it. I like the fragrance. It's a very unisex, floral, white florals, white musk type of scent. It smells good. It's very pleasing. It just doesn't last long enough. It doesn't last long enough. And I paid $30 for this, $29.99 plus tax. So I'm okay with the price. I teetered for a while. You're gonna keep it, you're gonna take it back. You're gonna keep it, you're gonna take it back. I just decided to go ahead and keep it because, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's 30 bucks, right? It's not that big of a deal. I'm glad to have it in my collection. Definitely unisex. It may lean a little bit feminine, or more feminine, but it is a good fragrance. It is a good smelling fragrance. It's definitely floral. You're definitely gonna get some white musk and some white florals. The longevity on me was not good off of my skin. Now, when I wore it to work, I didn't wear it to work. When I went to work and came home and changed back into my lounge around the house clothes, my t-shirt, in other words, I could still smell it on my t-shirt pretty strong. So this is one that I think you're gonna have to spray on your clothes to increase that longevity, and I think it'll be fine. Off my skin, it didn't do well at all. Didn't do well at all, but off my clothes, it did kind of hang in there just a little bit. So from the house of Calvin Klein, it is CKR. I wore that one day. It was either Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember which day it was. Okay. Now that's Thursday. Now, I did Dreamwood Friday at work. Friday night, I wore from the house of Carolina Herrera. I wore Bad Boy La Parfum. Compliment getter, great smelling fragrance. Performance left a little bit to the imagination, or at least for me it did. My back's starting to hurt, guys. Wasn't the best performing fragrance on my skin. Love the way it smelled, and I did get several compliments on it. Is it worth adding to your collection? I think so if you pick it up at the right price. I got this 50 ml for $40 plus shipping and tax, so it came out to like 49 maybe, 48 or 49, and I picked it up off Macari. Again, wasn't the best performing fragrance, but I like it, and I'm glad that I have it in my collection alongside Cobalt. So from the house of Carolina Herrera, it is Bad Boy La Parfum. I had to think about it because every time I say Cobalt, that sticks in my head for some reason. That's what I wore Friday night, and that brings us to today, or yesterday in this term, which is Saturday. Cool rainy day here in Alabama. Extremely unseasonable. Oh, there's my battery. I got it. Unseasonably cool. So I like doing this, especially when I think two fragrances have a little bit in common, a little bit of DNA sharing. So I layered. What did I layer? From the house of Polo, I went with Polo Ultra Blue with the squirt of Polo Deep Blue Parfum. Now, they're both light. This is a little bit smoother take on the original Polo Blue. This is Ultra Blue, and this is the one I went with the most sprays of, and it is a fresher, lighter take on the original. Definitely brighter at that too. Everybody keeps saying this shines in the heat, this shines in the sun. Well, it wasn't a sunshiny hot day today, but I wore my Polo V-neck, so I wanted to wear my Polo fragrance. Plus, I've had this about 2 months and haven't worn it yet, so I thought, no time like the present, let me spray it on. So that's what I went with. Polo Blue, Ultra Blue. Now this one, again, fresh, citrusy, airy, easy to wear. I got this on a sale. I got this for $19 plus tax and shipping. Came out to maybe $25, and you can't beat that. If I had paid $40 for this, I probably would be disappointed. Again, it's just not a great performer on my skin. Does it smell good? Absolutely. Now, layering with this did help because I was picking up whiffs of both of them, but I think I like this perfume a little bit better than this one, but I will definitely revisit this one when it gets hot, maybe, because I don't know, maybe. I'm trying to wear all my fragrances in 2023, and that's gonna be a task because I'm 5.5 months in and I haven't worn the same fragrance yet. Not no flex or anything, just keeping it 100. But nonetheless, Polo Ultra Blue layered with Polo Deep Blue. All right, guys. Now, that's it that is it. What's coming up on the channel? Okay, big shout out to my boy Marquise, who sent me 2 decants. Not going to reveal what they are yet because I have got a haul video coming up, which should be the next video that you see after this one, and pretty deep haul. We got about 6 fragrances coming in. 6 fragrances coming in, and I'm gonna do 3 of those are gonna be first impressions, along with those 2 first impressions. So I'm saving those for that first impression video. Yeah, so that'll be the next video that you see. I hope everybody has themselves a good work week and stay safe out there. Listen, thank you all for being the best part of this channel. Please consider liking, sharing, and all of that to these videos. And if you haven't, by all means, sub. With that being said, I'm gonna get off of here, edit this video, upload this video so you guys can see it. Remember, I love you all and may God bless you all. And again, thank you for being the best part of this channel. And until we meet again, guys,